What's going on, my peeps? What's going on, my peeps? You got Ray coming to you live all the way from here. Hey, look, this is what I need you to do. Hit that like button, hit that share button, subscribe to this. I know this is probably going to be different up on my YouTube channel, but that's okay. What I want to do is just take some time, my book, From Homeless to Housing the Homeless, a new innovative approach to housing. I'm going to start sharing some of this because I have my pod program, Place of Development, where I train. Well, we're going to drop 20 houses in the next year through 5 or 6 different states, right? As far as Portland, Oregon, all the way up to Bridgeport, Connecticut, down to New Orleans, to North Carolina, and hopefully someplace in Jacksonville. But I'm not here for all that. I'm here, I have like 4 or 5 books out, but I want to start, I have not been promoting my books, but I want to give you a reason why and my expertise on housing homeless people, or people coming out of prison, or people with substance abuse problems, or mental clients. Our 4-tier program fits every population. It doesn't matter, what type of population. If you choose to make your house one of the previous things I talked about, it all matters. It don't matter because it all fits. It's all relevant, where you can make a difference. If this is something like you have a passion for, you have family members that were incarcerated but can't get out because they don't have a home plan. You have family members, or you yourself are struggling with substance abuse with nowhere to stay. You're homeless, not because you're on drugs or anything, but because you just can't afford a place. So there have been programs, this old guard, right? This old guard of housing people, man, it's really like crazy. They just get you as a number, put you in a unit, give you a key, say we claim to have case managers and social workers to come out and check on you, which doesn't happen all the time. I ain't gonna say it don't happen, but it don't happen a lot. You got some case managers not even realizing who their clients are. You got this old guard doing things that's obsolete. No matter how much a person want to believe, right, that they know how homeless people think, or people from prison, or guys that's with mental problems. If you have not been there, and listen, it's not a bad thing because you want to help, but you have to have people sitting at the table who have the lived experience, who lived it. Everything I talk about, my books, everything I talk with my housing, with my pod programs, is not theory. It's real life stuff. I'm having some conversations about people wanting me to train them and teach them how to do homeless, teach them how to do the housing and everything. And I thought about this, like, I'm really adamant. This is my life. 20 years in prison, homeless, detoxes, rehabs, abandoned buildings. It's my life. This program was based on my life. These books are based on my life. From Homeless to Housing the Homeless is based on my life. From Homeless to Housing the Homeless, a new innovative approach for housing navigators. Housing navigators are people who navigate homeless people, or guys coming out of prison, mainly homeless people, that navigate them through the process of getting a home, getting a house. But it don't stop there. The navigators could do their part, but the social workers and case managers, they need to do their part too. But the important part about the navigators, if that's something you want to be, that You're the one who's going to have landlord engagements. You're the one that's going to be dealing with the clients. You're the one that's going to be taking them to see places. You're the one that's going to be working them deals. And then, you know how it is. One thing I always say, I'll ask the pro, okay, what line items do you have for furniture? What line items do you have for stipend? And then there's this mentality, right? Let me tell you, I was listening to this guy one time, and he was homeless. He said for 2 years, he lived in an apartment alone. There's this mentality like not unpacking your stuff, bringing the same stuff that you had in your encampment or underneath the bridge and bringing it into that unit and realizing like at some point I'm getting ready to lose it anyway. That way of thinking. So I just want to go over. I'm gonna do my prefix and my introduction from my book, From Homeless to Housing the Homeless: A New Innovative Approach for Housing Navigators. The link is at the bottom if you want to go purchase it from Amazon. I'm getting ready to order some more so you can purchase some for me also. But From Homeless to Housing the Homeless: A New Innovative Approach for Housing Navigators. Preface. I can't say that word. There was a time when I didn't think I'll live to see another day, let alone write this book. I was homeless, lost in addiction, trapped in a cycle of incarceration, battling the mental storms that come from years of survival. But by the grace of God, I didn't die underneath that bridge. I didn't die in that train. I didn't die on that second floor fire escape. I rose, and now I'm here to help others rise too. This book is for every housing navigator tired of doing the same old things, the same old ways. I'm going to say it again. This book is for every housing navigator tired of doing things the old way. Every case manager who feels burnt out and burdened, and every human service leader who knows there has to be more. I remember when I was sitting in that crack house one time. I'm sitting there, ran out of money, got high, broke, busted and disgusted. I'm looking around. I said, man, I'm better than this. I understood at that time I was better than that, but I was placed in a room with a monthly voucher I had to go sign for. And the room was actually a crack house. But it was a room. I had a roof over my head. Let me get back to my book. Most of all, we're talking about this book. It is for those who serve. The people who deserve not just shelters, but healing. See, this whole thing, like my whole thing about home and housing, the homeless and guys coming out, it's about transformation. It's not just about sheltering. It's not just about putting people in the house. Because let me slow down, because a lot of times I start speaking fast and my whole thought don't come out. It's more than just putting somebody in a unit. It's about transforming their minds, transforming their life. So what you'll find in these pages is transformative. It's transformation. Kingdom rooted. A real world approach that works. Not just because it's innovative, but also because it honors the people it's designed to help. Look, I know it's an innovative approach that we're going to be sharing about, but it's more than that. One thing we always forgot about when we housing people, like we're dealing with people. We are housing people. Let me go back to my book. This approach will inspire hope and ignite a new sense of purpose in your work. I'm talking to housing navigators, but I'm also talking to people who want to help who wants to help these populations. Now, here's my introduction. Rediscovering purpose through pain. See, when I was out there, right, I didn't understand what my purpose in life was for. Well, actually, I knew. I did understand my purpose at that time was to get up and get high, go get some money, do what I had to do, find all the women I could, do all the freaky stuff, and get high. That was my purpose. So rediscovering purpose through pain, because I'll tell you the reason I stopped getting high had nothing to do with getting high. It had to do with the voices that was driving me crazy. Let me get back to my book. There was a time when I walked the streets with nowhere to go. 3 years of homelessness. Drugs coursed through my veins. Prison bars etched in my memory. My mind a battlefield of voices, trauma, and hopelessness. I gotta tell you about trauma, man. What I realized after the fact, my trauma actually was my training. To be able to talk to you right now and say what I'm saying. To be able to help those who are just like me. After I'm converted, go back and strengthen my brothers. My mind was a battlefield. Understanding was a war. When I was out there, right, before I got saved, born again, I did not know I was in a war in my mind. It was only one person fighting, and it wasn't me. Let me go here again. 3 years of homelessness. Drugs cruised through my veins. Prison bars erected in my memory. My mind a battlefield of voices, trauma, and hopelessness. But it was in that dark place that a seed of vision was planted. A revelation, not just about who I was, but about who I was called to be. See, when my eyes got open, it was more than just who I am. Who am I? Who are you? But who am I to be? What is my purpose and plan? What was I created for? And this book is not just about my story. It's a kingdom-driven manual. A call to housing navigators, case managers, and those working on the front line of homelessness to shift their approach, to shift their thinking, to shift their behavior, to shift their mindset about housing homeless people, people in recovery, housing people, period. Because you're not just placing people in the housing, but helping them rediscover their identity, their purpose, and dignity. Wow. Let me give you. I'm gonna give you this one last thing before I get into chapter 1. I'm not gonna get in chapter 1, right? I'm gonna do one chapter at a time, but I'm gonna read. Let me give you some of the table of contents, right? What you're gonna be dealing with, and I need you to stay with me. This is episode 1. Episode 1 of Housing the Homeless. This is episode 1 of Housing the Homeless. See, I got mixed up. From homeless to housing the homeless. I'm sorry. A new innovative approach for housing navigators. From homeless to housing the homeless. Man, because I got another book of housing the homeless from housing the homeless from the transformation of a navigator, whatever that title is, right? So let me give you some of the table of contents. 1, the power of purpose. Chapter 1, the power of purpose. Chapter 2, understanding the people you serve. Chapter 3, kingdom principles and navigation. Chapter 4, mental warfare and decision making. Chapter 5, a holistic model that works. Chapter 6, a new approach to case managers. Chapter 7, building kingdom communities. And chapter 8, a call to innovation. Man, look, I'm telling you, you want to stay with me? You want to learn how to do this thing? This is why Exodus Life Change Pod program is so effective with our 4-tier program because one is coming from a learned experience. You're not dealing with somebody who's giving you theory about how to house the homeless and the things that is needed to house them, because it's about transforming lives. Go get my book. Just go to Amazon, type in Ray Wilkerson, and you'll see all my books. Go get From Homeless to Housing the Homeless, a new innovative approach, so you can read along with me. Make this a book club. Make this a book reading. Matter of fact, I'm going to shoot some flyers out. And I'm going to pick a day. Read along with me. Learn some things. If you're a housing navigator, you want this. You want this new innovative approach. If you have a passion to help people, learn this new innovative approach. Get involved. Make this thing happen. Look, this guy Ray coming to you live all the way from here. We're here right here. And like we always say here at Exodus Life Change, God loves you and I love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Now, I don't know if I gotta pray about, am I gonna put this on my Ray's Corner Live YouTube channel? I think I'm gonna put this on my Ray's Corner Live YouTube channel. So I'm gonna drop this in my Ray's Corner Live YouTube channel, and I'm gonna work out of there with my books. So I'm gonna go along. I'm gonna be reading these books. I'm gonna be shooting some stuff out there. So now let me close up. This guy Ray coming to you live all the way from here. We're here right here. And like we always say at Ray's Corner Live, God loves you and I love you. And guess what? Ain't nothing you can do about it. Peace out. You heard me?